The Overwatch team shared a roadmap of everything that we can expect in Stadium in the next few seasons, and it is a lot. Let's have a look. Earlier this week, the Overwatch team had already hinted at some of the features that we can expect to be added to Overwatch Stadium in the near future. And last night they released a blog that takes that one step further by outlining everything that we can expect in Season 17 and beyond. And it's looking grand. Let's run over all of it. The first new piece of content is of course going to be Freya. The new DPS hero will be jumping into Stadium in the mid-season update, which I suspect is going to drop on May 20th. For future new heroes like Aqua, who is going to be released in Season 18, we'll also see them being added in a mid-season update. In Season 17, we're also going to see 3 older heroes being added to Stadium: Sigma, Zenyatta, and Junkrat. Where did I hear that before? Alright, I predicted it in a previous video. Now, trust me, I was just as surprised as most of you were when I saw that. I mean, it was a well-educated guess and a bit of luck. They will also be adding a shorter version of Esperanza, the push map, and Samoa, the control map. A lot of people have been asking for crossplay. Others want to see an unranked version of Stadium. Well, it seems with the success of Stadium in general, they deem it feasible to combine both of those requests and release an unranked crossplay version of Stadium in Season 17, which actually also addresses another concern that some players had about the health of a competitive mode in case they would add crossplay to that, which they will not do. If you want to play with your console friends, you can play in the unranked version. That's basically 3 birds with 1 stone. Starting in Season 17, we'll also be able to save our favorite builds and share those with the world out there. Share our knowledge, so to speak. It's one of the most popular requests by far, according to a poll they did last week. Blizzard on their part will be adding a bigger variety of example builds for those new people that are getting really lost in all of the options. You'll be able to make custom games, which is going to allow players to set up their own matches, or in my case, to just roam around those new maps freely, and to look for all those hidden secrets so I can share them with you guys. New content! And with us every season, they will be adding new All-Star rewards. Yeah, let me just get to Elite first, okay? In any case, that's Season 17. In Season 18, 4 new heroes are going to be added. At the start of the season, we're going to see Sojourn, Winston, and Brigitte, which is already making some people very nervous, understandably. And then later in mid-season, Aqua is going to be added, as I just mentioned. A first new completely exclusive Stadium game mode is going to be added in Season 18, Payload Race. It is a game mode that Team Fortress players will know pretty well. It basically gives each of the teams a payload that they need to escort into enemy territory, while also trying to stop the enemy team from doing the same thing with their payload. It sounds intense, let me put it that way. Now, this mode is going to be set on 2 different maps. Altered versions of Route 66 and what they call London, which is basically King's Row. But I like those maps, so I'm happy to see them join Stadium. Besides the new game mode, we're also getting a new feature called Stadium Trials. At the start of every match, players will get to select from a random set of quests that will give them rewards if they manage to complete those quests. It is an extra layer of objectives for Stadium and also some new rewards, so kinda cool. Now, besides all of these shiny new features, the old faithful endorsements are also coming to Stadium. And again, there will be a new set of All-Star rewards in Season 18. Now, beyond this point, the timing and the details are getting a little blurry. But that is in October, Season 19. It's all fine. I'm already glad that we know what's coming up till then, but look, they're giving us even more. Well, we know that there's going to be new heroes added. There's going to be a new China map, which looks like it's Lijiang. And they're going to add a draft mode feature. They didn't really elaborate on it, but I've seen it in other games, mainly card games. It's kind of like picking teams in high school for sports or a game. A random player gets to pick their card, or in this case, most likely hero first. Then someone on the enemy team gets to pick. Then it comes back to your team. You get the gist of it. I get the idea, and I love that it kind of removes some of the randomness. On the other hand, I'm worried that the setup time at the start is just going to be extremely long, and that there's the possibility that single players are going to be targeted, and that they're going to get a hard counter. In any case, we're going to give it a try. Other features that are going to be added in the fall and beyond are consumables. So you'll get to spend some cash on limited time boosts or health packs and stuff like that. And there is something they call an item system upgrade. Yeah, I think that was supposed to say item upgrade system. In any case, it looks like you'll be able to throw some extra cash at items to upgrade them once you bought them initially. And that will make them stronger. That's the way it goes with upgrading. Now, these consumables, but especially the item upgrades, are going to add a lot of extra depth to Stadium, which is nice, which is fun. But let's just hope that it doesn't become too complicated. I've already seen quite a lot of people that are hesitant to jump into Stadium because they're kind of intimidated by all of the options. So that is something to keep an eye on. Beyond all of this future content, they also shared that in the first week of Stadium, 50% of all the time spent in Overwatch was actually spent in Stadium. That is impressive. I mean, some of these limited time game modes like Junkenstein's Lab and whatnot also had a high play rate, but that usually died down pretty quickly. This one seems to be more sticky, as Aaron put it, which is a good sign. It's a sign of success. And I get it. I've almost been uniquely playing Stadium since it was released. There was one stream where I played some normal competitive. But tonight, I'm going to be playing some good old Stadium again, so come join me on Twitch. Twitch.tv/DeemziesTV. Anyways, yesterday they also released a hotfix patch with changes for 10 heroes on the Stadium roster, most of them being nerfs. I made a whole video about it yesterday. I'll link it below. But in case it is not clear just yet, Team 4, Blizzard, means business when it comes to Stadium. The speed and the generosity with which they have been reacting to all of our feedback is something we've never seen with Overwatch or Blizzard in general. It is impressive. And I know some people will be worried about the rest of the game, but Aaron ended his blog by stating, by reassuring that the rest of the game is getting that same amount of love and that they're just as committed to make it the best it can be, just like with Stadium. You know what? I'm here for it. But tell me, what feature do you think needs to be added to Stadium after everything we just saw? And you get bonus points if you don't mention 6 vs 6. Oh, and PvE. There's definitely going to be someone that says PvE. I love you guys. For now, however, that was it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. It always helps me out. I also want to thank my patrons and YouTube members. You too can become a member over on patreon.com/theomnicpost and right here on YouTube to unlock exclusive rewards. If you have a few minutes left, maybe check out one of my other videos. But above all, take care of yourself, take care of each other. Bye bye.